There's a lot of noise out there. Everyone's trying to be heard, but almost no one is actually listening. Every conversation feels like a competition. Who can shout louder, who can post faster, and who can prove their point. We've confused talking with understanding. We've confused reaction with depth. And because of that, it's becoming rare to find people who can simply listen without trying to dominate, destroy, or win. Somewhere along the way, we've made the mistake of thinking that certainty equals strength. But real mental strength doesn't come from always being right. It comes from being steady enough to handle being challenged. That realization is what led to this project of mine. I wanted to create a space or a forum, a platform where we could slow down, where we could think before we talk, listen before we judge, and understand before we react. That's why I started Strong Mind Conversations. This place will be a space to explore what it means via conversations to stay grounded, thoughtful, and strong in a world that constantly pulls us towards noise. I didn't start this because I have all the answers. I started it because I'm interested by the questions. Why do some people crumble under pressure while others stay calm? Why do some people hold compassion for those who disagree with them while others choose contempt? What makes a person mentally strong in a world that thrives on outrage, division, noise, and chaos? I don't think strength is about being hard. At least mental strength is not about being hard. It's not about pretending you're unaffected or unshakable. A strong mind is open but steady. It listens before it reacts. It understands emotions without being ruled by it. It's grounded in truth, not just opinion. But let's talk about what that really means. Because mental strength isn't about pretending nothing affects you. It's not coldness, it's not suppression. Mental strength is learning how to feel fully without losing control of your perspective. It's the ability to sit in discomfort, in anger, fear, uncertainty, and still choose your response instead of being owned by it. It's catching that instinct to snap back in an argument and taking a breath instead. It's hearing something that challenges your beliefs and saying, let me think about this, instead of you're wrong, without hiding from the conversation or being a coward about it. Mental strength doesn't make you emotionless, it makes you more emotionally intelligent. It's not about the absence of feeling, it's a mastery of your focus. It's being able to stay clear when your mind wants to spiral, to stay grounded when life throws chaos your way, to stay calm when everyone else is reactive. That's not weakness, it's wisdom. Because the strongest person in the room isn't the one who shouts the loudest. It's not the one who keeps their center. It's the one who keeps their center while everyone else loses theirs. That's the kind of mental strength I want to build and I want to perpetuate via the conversations that we have on this channel and in this podcast. Conversations that make you pause, reflect, question, and grow. Conversations that remind us that the real strength starts inside, not in our achievements, not just in our achievements, but in our awareness. When your mind is strong, everything else follows. Your habits, your relationships, your purpose, your peace, your physical strength. That's the kind of work I'm trying to get done through this project. I want to help people do the internal work, the deep, quiet work that builds something unshakable in a world that constantly tries to shake you. Look around. I mean, we live in a time where people are more connected than ever, but also more divided than ever. Technology gave us infinite access to each other, FaceTime, phone call, Slack message, but we don't have the patience or the mental strength to use it well. The communities and society has become more reactionary. We chase headlines, jump to conclusions, and defend our beliefs before we've even examined them. The social media algorithms reward outrage, not understanding. We've built echo chambers so loud in our families, in our teams, in our workplace, in our universities, in our social media, in our podcasts that we listen to, that real logic can't really even get through. And it's not just politics or culture, it's everything. We've seen it, like I said, in the smallest units of teams and families and friendships in all places in the world. We've forgotten how to disagree well. And here's what I believe. If you can't sit across from someone who thinks differently than you and still stay composed, you're not strong. You're fragile. You're a coward. Because true mental strength isn't found in silence or shouting. It's found in stillness, in the ability to hold your ground without closing your mind. That's the strength I want to bring back, not just for me, not just for my communities, but for anyone who's tired of the surface level garbage that's being fed to us in the day-to-day. One of the things I'm most excited about for this channel, podcast, and hopefully one day brand, the Strong Mind brand and the Strong Mind Conversations area, is the range of people you're going to hear from. This media channel is not just built for one type of person, not one ideology, not one gender, not one culture, not one worldview. We're bringing in people who might never even sit in the same room anywhere else, but they will here. You'll hear from Republicans and Democrats, atheists and people of faith, Muslims, Christians, Jews, entrepreneurs, artists, psychologists, athletes, feminists, traditionalists, Israelis, Palestinians, liberals, conservatives, people who've built empires and people who've lost everything. You'll hear from both sides of the coin, the logical and the emotional, the disciplined and the creative, the analytical and the intuitive. Because the truth is, wisdom isn't owned by one group. It's hidden in the space between perspectives. And that's something that I've learned as I've grown in my own journey. That's what I want to explore. The friction, the nuance, the gray areas that most people avoid. Some episodes might challenge you. Some might affirm what you already believe. But every single one will ask you to think and revisit your beliefs and your perspectives. And if you walk away from listening in saying, well, I never thought of it that way, or I've never seen it from that angle, then I think we're doing our job and the project is serving its purpose. This is what I'm trying to build this media channel to stand for. It's about helping you strengthen the way you think, not telling you the way to think. I've had some experience teaching, and I know that the best teachers facilitate a building of a thought process or a reworking of a focus to be able to unlock intelligence and actions in their students and in their people around them. It's not about learning to pause before reacting. It's about asking better questions instead of demanding simple answers. As you know, the media channels and big media often dumbs down complex issues to be able to communicate it to the average person. So the average person is constantly reactive instead of focused, present, still, and being able in control of their mind and their body and their emotions. It's about emotional control, mental resilience, perspective. The traits that I think in this channel thinks defines real strength. We'll talk about habits, discipline, leadership, philosophy, psychology, relationships, purpose, business, finance, athletics, all through the lens of building a stronger, calmer, clearer mind. We want to have real conversations, not the polished, politically correct, PR safe kind. The kind where we can be honest, curious, even uncomfortable, because discomfort is when the mind grows. And I think the world is starving for that type of space and that type of channel. A place isn't about taking sides, but about finding substance. That's what we're building here. Not just a show, but a movement of stronger thinkers. So if you're here, if you're still listening to me yap, Maybe you feel it too. The craving for more than just entertainment, the hunger for some depth into the most pressing issues in the world, and in the universe. You don't need to agree with everything you hear, right? You're not supposed to, but you will be challenged. You'll see things from new angles. You'll learn from people who you might have dismissed before, because a strong mind doesn't run from difference; it learns from it. It doesn't panic in the face of conflict; it grows through it, and it doesn't mistake noise for knowledge. It searches for the truth, and this is what this is about. So welcome to Strong Mind Conversations, a space for thinkers, seekers, builders, and anyone who just wants more than the standard noise that they feed us. I'm Avi, and this is just the beginning. I'm excited to build out this project and this media channel, and I wanted to just leave my audience with build the mind. That's our tagline, build the mind. Thank you.